And so Equifax will pay up to $700 million in fines over that 2017 data breach that affected 150 million people. The hack was the largest in US history. It exposed names, social security numbers, and addresses. CNN's Brian Fung joins me now from Washington. That 700 million sounds a lot of money, but then I think of the billions that, say, Facebook is facing, and I wonder whether or not Equifax is getting off light.
Well, in fact, even that 700 million isn't what Equifax will actually pay out initially. Equifax will be paying $300 million into a fund that will go toward reimbursing consumers for expenses like free credit monitoring or fraudulent charges that showed up on their accounts as a result of the breach. And then you also have fines being paid to state officials and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau that add up to $275 million. So, even that is kind of a far cry from the $700 million, which Equifax will end up having to pay if, the $300 million fund runs out. Equifax has said it'll add $125 million, if consumers end up taking up a lot of that money.
Brian, the reality is this was a very nasty hack by a company that maintains a lot of important private financial information on hundreds of millions of Americans, and arguably it sort of has it was big news at the time, but it's drifted off into some sort of oblivion.
Yes, one of the things that was raised at the press briefing during the announcement of this settlement was, Equifax chose many of us as customers, and the customers didn't necessarily have a choice in the matter. They had their credit card information or their social security numbers hoovered up and then, accidentally leaked by this company that failed to patch its security systems. So the fact that Equifax is out there, paying this amount when consumers didn't really have very much, a choice in the matter is kind of interesting and worth following here.